Hello, Creative Gems. Welcome to Creativity. And if you're new here, I'm very happy that you decided to stop by. Today, I have two of these super large round plastic platters I found at the Dollar Tree. These platters measure 14 inches and have a beautiful diamond pattern that makes it already beautiful. But what we're going to do today is give these platters a complete makeover. By the time we're done, these platters will make the perfect table centerpiece that will be both stunningly beautiful but also functional. The first step is to attach the two platters together front to front. I'm going to be using a bit of this double-sided heavy-duty clear tape that I found online. This tape is not just any normal double-sided tape though, because it's actually thicker than normal and very stretchy. And by the way, I'll leave links in the description box to all my craft tools and supplies in case you would like to stock up on anything. You can see here, I cut a piece of the tape to bind the two platters together on the side, and then I did the exact same thing directly on the other side. And because the tape is stretchy, it will allow us to create an opening at the top, which we will need for our centerpiece. I'll explain a little bit later what I mean, but for now we'll leave the platters taped as is and lay them flat onto the table surface so we can start embellishing the outside of the platters. And if you're still with me, drop me a comment down below with the word platter so I know you visited today. The first thing we'll do now is adhere a string of silver beaded necklace around the back face of each platter. All I'm going to do is use my hot glue gun and follow the ribbing border that each platter has. The ribbing essentially separates the rim from the center of the plate. The hot glue will bind the beads perfectly, and once one side is done, we will flip the platters over and repeat the exact same steps on the other side. And when both sides are embellished with the silver beads, you should be left with something that looks like this. Next comes the really fun but slightly messy part. We're going to apply a generous coat of Mod Podge to the center of the platters on both sides. I'll use a regular paintbrush about an inch wide and spread the Mod Podge until it's spread evenly across the middle. Then I'm going to take some clear Vase filler and sprinkle a generous amount all over where we applied the Mod Podge. Make sure that the Vase filler does not end up in clumps, and if they do, use your hands or your paintbrush to smooth the Vase filler out. The Vase filler are tiny translucent acrylic pieces that actually appear almost white when you sprinkle them onto the platter. And while we work on that, I would like to take a moment to thank you for tuning in to today's craft project. If you enjoy glam home decor and DIY crafts on a budget, please hit that subscribe button to help me grow my channel. And if you like what you see today, please give me a thumbs up as well. Your support will really help me continue providing you with more amazing and creative craft tutorials. And the best part is, subscribing and giving me a thumbs up is absolutely free, but will make a world of difference to me and my channel. When you have your first layer of Vase filler applied, wait for the Mod Podge to dry and then inspect the platter for any gaps where you can still see through to the platter itself. You'll want to apply more Mod Podge to those spots and then sprinkle more Vase filler so that the entire center region of the platter has an even coverage of Vase filler. It may take a few additional coats until you have the whole area covered. Then, when you're finally done with the Vase filler and everything has dried, go back in with another layer of Mod Podge before sprinkling some white glitter on top. The white glitter is what will really make the platter sparkle, and it will also help with covering up any small holes and gaps that you may still have on the platter's surface. But if you don't have any of the Vase filler or white glitter on hand, crushed glass and silver glitter would also work just as well. And by the way, if you're wondering where to get the Vase filler or the white sprinkles, I got it from the Dollarama. And although glitter is available from the dollar store as well, the large bottle that I am using is from Amazon. In fact, if there are any craft materials or supplies you're not able to find, I'll leave links down below in the description box where you can purchase many of the embellishments I use in my craft projects. I'll also include my curated list of dollar store alternatives because we all probably already know by now that Dollar Tree has risen their prices, so some of their products are now well over $1.25. And that's the reason why I started searching online for alternative craft supplies and materials. And as a crafter, when you buy in larger volumes like I do, you want to make sure you get your money's worth. So I did some digging around and I was able to find many similar items that you would normally find at the dollar store for similar prices online, especially when you buy in larger quantities. And here's what the platter looks like with most of the Mod Podge dried. But to ensure none of the white glitter flakes off, I'm going to spray a bit of hairspray onto it as well. The hairspray not only dries quickly, but because it is sticky when it dries, the white glitter will stick to the vase filler and the platter without flaking off. If you're still with me, drop me a note in the comment section with the word platter and let me know if you have any other crafting tips you would like to share. Now that everything is dry, I'm going to go back in and line the outer edge of the platters with the same silver beaded necklace that we used earlier. However, we'll only apply the beaded necklace to the lower half of the platter so that the upper half can be left with that open gap. And here's what the set of platters look like now. Once the silver beaded necklace is secured to the platter with hot glue, we'll want to put the set of platters onto a base. Here I have a silver glitter picture frame. I have already removed the glass and picture from it, so this is literally just the frame itself. We're going to stand the platters upright onto this picture frame. And here's the tough part. We're going to need to anchor the platter onto the picture frame with 4 of these silver ornament balls. These are left over from my Christmas decorations, and I think they will be perfect for what we're making. We're going to leave the caps on the ornament balls intact, and we're simply going to place one ornament ball at each of the 4 corners of the frame like so. Now, to be honest, I had to play around with this a few times to get the positioning of the balls and platter correct. And what I ended up having to do is remove the ball from the cap so I could inject some hot glue straight into the cap, and then replace the tip of the ornament ball back inside the cap. Then I applied more hot glue to the side of the balls to adhere them directly onto the sides of the picture frame. And then I will position the set of platters back onto the frame and secure everything into place with more hot glue. The great thing with working with hot glue is that it adheres plastic to plastic extremely well, and the drying time only takes a few seconds for everything to take hold. Though is that when you stand the set of platters upright onto the frame, that you are standing them up perfectly straight and then apply the hot glue so that the ornament balls are adhering directly to the plate. Also, remember that the gap between the two platters should be facing upwards, and I'll show you shortly why. So here I have a solar garden light that I got from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to take the solar garden stick apart so we're left with just the top part where the light will illuminate from. Then all we need to do is slip the light into the gap at the top between the two platters in the middle. And now this platter turns into a beautiful wireless-free solar lamp. Comment down below with the word platter and let me know what you think of this lamp so far. But we're not done yet. For additional lighting, we're going to insert some fairy lights through the opening at the top in between the two platters. These string lights come with a tiny little battery compartment, and the battery is already included. There is a tiny power button that you can push which will light up the bulbs in 3 different modes. You can have the lights flash quick, slow, or not at all. So we're going to go ahead and unwind the string lights and slip the entire string light through the gap between the two platters. I'll make sure that the bulbs are not all clumped in one area so we can have the light dispersed from the entire lamp. And then once all the entire string lights is inserted in between the two platters, I'll hide the tiny battery pack at the back. Now, we could stop here and just call it a day, but I have one more beautiful embellishment to add to our lamp. I found these rubbery, plasticky animal figurines in the toy section of the Dollar Tree. I think these are horses, and what I want to do is transform one of these horses into a metallic horse that will sit onto the base of our lamp. To do that, I have these chrome markers that were gifted to me by J. Diction. These are liquid mirror paint pens that will literally transform any flat surface into a mirror-like finish. The box comes with three different colors, silver, gold, and bronze, but I'm going to go ahead and paint the body of my horse with the silver pen. I have used these paint pens in the past to embellish a number of my home decor pieces, including plates and picture frames, and every time I'm just amazed at how beautifully the liquid mirror finish looks. Here you can already start to see a reflection on the body of the horse, just as if it was a chrome piece. Look how beautifully this horse is transforming into a silver chrome horse. The body is shiny, and I was even able to use the angled top of the pen to get into the grooves of the horse's body. I'm going to go ahead and finish up this horse. You'll notice that I left the horse's mane as well as the hooves unpainted. That is because I'm going to go back in with the gold marker. By the way, if you want to try these markers out, I'll leave a link down below in the description box where you can purchase it online. And make sure you use my coupon code Creativdiy to get an additional 15% discount. It's a great way to have these markers on hand, and I personally find them so much easier and convenient than using spray paint. And from what I can tell, spray paint will not give you the mirror-like reflection that you get with these pens. They're easy to use, they're very pigmented, and they dry much faster than spray paint, and once dry, they are permanent. So like I said before, I'll leave a link to these pens along with the coupon code down in the description box. And here's what our horse looks like now. Don't you think it's absolutely beautiful? The horse really looks metallic now, and it will be perfect to place towards the base of our lamp. Take a look at what our lamp looks like now with the horse sitting at the base. The lights emitting from the lamp gives a nice glow and ambience to the entire room, and with the fairy lights inside, it really helps brighten up the lamp and showcase the sparkles from the glitter we sprinkled in the center of the platter. And here's what our lamp looks like after dark. The lamp is actually a very unique showpiece that you can place on your fireplace mantle, on a console, or as a centerpiece at the dinner table. And here's one more look with flowers placed at the top. This piece now transforms into a one-of-a-kind vase. How neat is that? Comment down below with the word platter and let me know whether you would use this piece as a lamp, a vase, or perhaps both. And in the meantime, I hope you stick around and check out some of my other beautiful home decor crafts.